Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the latest episode in the history of the airplane shows. This is the wrong airplane, the wrong livery. How did we get the 727? This is not what we're supposed to be flying tonight, ladies and gentlemen. How did that happen? Oh, that is our airplane. Oh shit. Oh shit, we got a turducken. Anybody know what a turducken is? Oh my god, this game is so stupid. Let's turn that off. Oh my god, this game is dumb as hell. Let's just park our Airbus right on top. It's funny. All right. Let's choose a different parking spot. Anyways, welcome to the latest episode of the No Bullshit Airplane Flight Sim Show. My name is Greg. I'm going to be your trusted, maybe trusted internet pilot this evening. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, become a member, donate, whatever you want to do, you can do it here. Just, be respectful of other people. That's all we ask for. We try to build a good community here. We try. Don't be cussing motherfuckers out on the don't be cussing people out on the chat. All right, let's we'll just park out here. Maybe this will be safer. But yeah, I want to go round 2 with the Fokker. I like this airplane. And I was having some frame issues the last time. But this time we're gonna go up to a regular cruising altitude. We're gonna go to 22,000 feet. And the way I have this constructed, I'll pull it up and show you it. It should hit a lot of the new cities in City Update 4. It should hit quite a bit of those. First of all, let's fix the time. Chase plane is still not working yet. That's okay. I am using my work mouse, which I've never used this kind of mouse before with the flight simulator, but I think I might like it a little bit. I like the control of looking up and around. I like using the rollerball for that. So that's pretty nice. Okay, let's go ahead. We should still have our seats saved. No, I don't have the sound on yet for the airplane. I will momentarily. Okay, so we got that seat, that seat, that seat. Okay, very good. So we can hit reset. Let me go ahead and get the sound on for the game. Okay. So yeah, let me get our tablet up. Let me bring in the flight plan, and then I'll show you what we're doing. Let's see here. Load from plan. Load from PC. You guys can't see this part. I'm not sharing my screen. That's why y'all can't see it. Okay, so here's roughly our script tonight. Let me blow this up. We'll make it horizontal. Okay, so we're gonna be leaving probably runway 23. We have 56 miles from Ulster to Bremen. We have 56 miles. Then we have 76 miles from Bremen to Groningen, or Eld, if depending on how you want to call it. Then from Eld to Delen, we have 52 miles. Then Rotterdam, we have 52 miles, and then towards where we're going. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at doing here. Let me switch this back up and make this vertical. We have pounds, we need kilograms and liters, and that looks good. Okay, aircraft, checklist. All right, now I think, if I remember correct, we can load everything on here. So let's go ahead and, oh, they have the checklist here too. Oh, that's right, they do have the checklist here, don't they? All right, there's that. Let's get our ground power connected. Okay, we got chocks, pitot covers. Now, I don't think we can set our weight here. I think we have to do that in the actual tablet here, I believe. Okay, we have charts, options. Let's put in EDDH. EDDH. Okay, so this is the same. Wonder why that didn't pull anything up. Should have pulled it up. Isn't it EDDH? Am I just losing my mind tonight? Yeah, it's EDDH. I wonder why it didn't pull up any kind of METAR. That's gay. All right, so anyway, so that's good, that's good, that's good. Let's make sure flaps are up. Flaps are up. Instruments are fine. Walk around, all this is good. I mean, I guess we really could walk around, couldn't we? See if we can interact with any of this stuff up here. I don't know if we can or not. Oh, you can. Okay. So that looks good. Tires look good. Let's go around the other side, check the other aileron, look at the other tires, and then we can at least say we did it. Okay. All right, tires look good. We can go back inside. Okay, so that's all done. Oh, landing gear lever is down. All right, before engine start, let me get our weights and stuff pulled in first. Let's go aircraft. Hang on, I might have to turn down FSR. I think this is FSR that's that loud whooshing in the background. No, that's actually coming from the game. Interesting. Okay. I thought that was FSR. All right, flight performance. Let's get briefing plan up here. All right, I got to remember to do that. Somebody remind me to download the new version. All right, payload, so block of fuel is 2195 kilograms. That's essentially, all right, 2195. So one thing with a roller ball, it's tough to get, sometimes it's tough to stop the mouse. All right, let's do 37. All right, so we'll say 37 kilograms. Load aircraft. Load immediately. All right, cargo, we have 410 kilograms. Okay, 410, let's load that. And I think we have 20 people on board today. Yeah, 20 people. So we'll say 20 people would be 45%. Yeah, look at that. Right on the button, bitch. Look at that. I'm goods at math. I'm real goods at math. All right, so that's all good. Mass imbalances is good. We can close this bitch out. Let's continue our checklist. Okay, batteries. Let's turn that on. Auxiliary power on. Engine fire panel check. Let me look at something. Do I have outside noise up? I thought I turned that down before. Oh, it is up all the way. That's why we hear so much noise. All right, let's turn that down. There we go. Okay, that's better. Fire panel checked. Let's see here. Agent low pressure lights are, I guess they're out. All right, fuel quantity. Where is the fuel quantity over here? Here. Okay, that looks good. Weights and balances are good. That's good. Pressurization, let's set that. Cabin altitude. Okay, this is all good. All right, cabin signs. Let's turn all those on. I'm really not trying to use any of the assistances to try to figure this out. We did that the other time. I don't want to do it tonight. All right, you know what? Let me get our clearance because it looks like we're getting ready to start. Park and brake is set. I know that. Brake pressure, we'll check that. Nav and comms, right, okay. Let me set our first waypoint. I guess I can just pull the flight into here. Let's see here. We have, where is flight plan? Flight plan, menu, import from SimBrief. Okay, there we are. So that is all good. Let's contact the ATC. Find out what ATIS is. So ATIS is 124.325. Hmm. 124.325. Let me put a, let's see here. All right, let's see if 3.2 does it.
15.
Okay.
1260 at 10. Visibility 10. View at 1900. Temperature 4, dew point 1. QNH 1004. Transition level 70. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike. Hamburg plug happen.
Okay, so
Mike.
clearance we are looking at
2350 Zulu. Arriving and departing runways 2315. Wind 260 at 10. Visibility 10.
Probably 118.205.
At 1900. Temperature 4, dew point 1. QNH 1004. Transition level 70. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested.
Oh, can I switch these?
Information
oh, I sure can. Okay. I think that's the right. Oh no, that's ground control. We need ground 12180. I think that's what we need. Or yeah, let's see here. Let me see what they're saying here. Yeah, 121.8 is the right one. Okay. Where are we at? Hamburg? Hamburg clearance, Fokker 336 requesting IFR clearance to Amsterdam. We have information, Mike. Good morning. Let's try it again. I think that's the right one. Let me double check SayIntentions. Yeah, 121.8. That's what I had in there. 121. You know, I'll just click it right from here. Okay, let's try it again. Hamburg ground, Fokker 3369 requesting IFR clearance to Amsterdam. We have information, Mike.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Okay.
Fokker 369 Moin. Information Mike is correct. Clear to Amsterdam Schiphol. After departure, fly radar vectors Bremen, departure runway 23. Initial climb to flight level 050, departure on 120.54, squawk 6443.
Cleared to Amsterdam Schiphol. After departure, fly radar vectors to Bremen. Departure runway 23. Initial climb to flight level 050. Departure on 120.54, squawk 6443. Fokker 369er.
Whirlings 1 Juliet Mike, ready for pushback.
Fokker 369er, read back correct.
And we have 6443. Okay, standby. All right, let's turn on anti-collision lights. I guess we could turn on our lights here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Santa Cruz Airways flight number 102 to Amsterdam.
What?
This is Peter, your lead flight attendant, and I must say,
That's not who I chose, but and that's not the flight
please
number I
take your
put on,
seats
but that's all
according
right.
to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need help, which I doubt you will, just bother any of the crew members. We have Jan, Henk, and Klaas here to assist you, though I can't promise they'll be any more cheerful than I
Fuel
am.
pumps are on.
Now let's get this over with.
Yeah, I chose Duncan, but that's all right. Duncan's a Dutch guy. All right, we need to contact departure. Okay, so we have 120.54. All right, fuel pumps are on. And power levers, all that should be shut off. Yep, they are. Okay. Hamburg ground, Fokker 369 requesting pushback and engine start clearance.
Fokker 369er, contact Hamburg ground for pushback and engine start clearance.
Fokker ground, I'm sorry, Hamburg ground, Fokker 369 are requesting engine start and pushback, please.
Fokker 369er, engine start and pushback approved. Face northeast.
Let me get the pressure real quick where we're at. That's going to be 1004. All right, we don't need to push back anywhere. We can just taxi right from here. So let's just start the engines. So HPC levers, let's open those both. Beacon light, navigation light on. Okay, starter engine selector. Let's do port side first. I guess I should arm the emergency light since we haven't done that yet. Okay, starter, we have port side. Engine master switch start. Hold it until the light comes on. The engine starting up yet? Nope. All right, let's try that again. It should be firing up the engines. There we go. Okay, let's see here. They established. Okay, let's put the port generator on. Let's see here, alternator. That on. These switches remind me of the oh, it's the I own the plane. It's a military plane. It's what the Concorde was based off of. Shit, it's from Just Flight too. I forget the name of it. I'll look it up while we're flying. It's not a big deal, but those remind me of that airplane. All right, starboard side. Wait until the starter switch goes out. I'll probably look it up right now, actually. Stabilizes. Trying to find it right now. Oh, I remember flying the Bronco. That's a fun plane. Yeah. All right, let's put the generator on. Alternator on, let's put the inverters on. We can disconnect the ground power. Okay, starter lights are out. The probe heat, let's turn that on. Well, let's turn on the rest of our... What am I looking for? Anti-ice is okay. Let's see here, probe heat. Windshield. Where is probe heat? God, I really don't want to click the button, but I'm going to have to. I don't see it. Those are lights. That's all anti-ice. Unless it's this right here. You know, let me turn, if they're not going to show me the, yeah, here's window de-icing, that's window heat. Let me just put on the words real quick. Oops, I don't want to do that. Yeah, let me put on the words real quick and see what that says there. I really want to find the right button here. Okay, that's de-icing. Okay, those are all... Oh, here's pitot heat right here. And this is window heat. That's windshield de-icing. That's probably the window heat they're talking about. Yep, alright, let me turn the words back off again. The Vulcan, that's it. The Avro Vulcan. That is such a... We may just do a stream one night where we just start it up. That thing is such a fun airplane to start up. You have to go to like 4 different sections of the airplane. It's really dope. Okay, let's get clearance for taxi. We have 121.8. Hamburg ground. Fokker 369 are requesting taxi clearance to runway 23.
Fokker 369 on runway 23, taxi via Zulu 4, the Z1 Orange, Zulu 3, Alpha 1.
Taxi to runway 23 via Zulu 4, Z1 Orange, Zulu 3, Alpha 1. Fokker 369.
Fokker 369, okay, first of all, calm down and take a deep breath. You need to keep it professional or your account will get automatically banned. If this was a mistake and you were misheard, please disregard.
I was saying the name of the airplane. All I was saying was the name of the airplane. It's spelled F-O-K-K-E-R. Come on, SayIntentions, stop being stupid.
Fokker 369 are not clear what you said. Say again.
Alright. Fuck him. Let's get out of here. It's so gay. Alright. All the alerter lights are out. These will go out as we start rolling. Taxi lights on. Let's check our brakes. Okay. Let's set our flaps for takeoff. Light instruments check. This is all good. We got transponder on standby, flight controls are good, pitch trim, brakes off, taxi is good. So we are all set. I don't think there's really much we have to do. We'll line up and take off, we'll fix that. All right, let's taxi out. pretty sure we have live weather on. What? Let me see here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Santa Cruz Airways flight number 102 to Amsterdam. The estimated flight time is approximately
There we
65
go.
minutes. Please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration. It contains important information even for those of you who think you know it all. Fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the bolt, pulling the strap to tighten. The seatbelt must be
They thought I said
fastened
the
whenever
F
the
word.
sign
That's
is
crazy,
on.
SayIntentions.
Return
I said
your
nothing of the
seatbelts
sort.
to tray
It
table
sounded like
upright
it.
position and open your window blinds for takeoff. Mobile phones and
Oh, we have
electronic
another
devices must be
transponder
set
up
to
here as well.
flight
Oh, that is much more handy.
Laptops must be stowed away.
I like that.
Smoking, including e-cigarettes, is strictly prohibited anywhere.
MD90. Look at that bad boy right there.
Oxygen masks will drop when needed. Hold the mask firmly. Place it over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Secure your own mask before helping others. Life vests are located under your seat. Put them on only after leaving the aircraft. Low-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which may be behind you. Leave all personal belongings behind in case of evacuation. If any electronic device gets hot or catches fire, immediately. The safety information card in your seat pocket contains all details. Thank you for your attention, and let's hope this flight goes smoothly. Unlike our captain's drinking habits.
Fokker 369, contact tower on 121.28, bye-bye.
I don't have a drinking problem, buddy. Contact Hamburg Tower on 121.28. F369er. We'll just call it F. Okay, landing lights. Let's put them on. Altitude. Hamburg Tower F369er requesting departure clearance, holding short runway 23. About 320.
369 on runway 23, winds 250 at 10, cleared for takeoff.
Cabin crew, take your seats for departure.
Copy, Captain. Cabin is secure. Crew are taking seats now.
Okay, so there's not much we have to do after we take off, so we can actually close this out.
Approaching runway 23.
Hang on. I forgot to start recording. Let me start recording here. And I also need to get Sky Dolly open real quick. All right, now that's recording and we are good to go. Whoa, cargo door unlocked. Hang on a second. All right, I guess it's okay. I mean, don't see another way to lock the doors. Takeoff power set. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots, 100 knots. Rotates. Positive brake. Gear up. Let's wait till we get over
Fokker 369, contact departure on 120.54.
contact departure on 12.54, Fokker 369er. Alright, comm swap. Let's reduce our Hamburg departure F369er, currently climbing through 2,000 feet for flight level 220.
Fokker 3369, Bremen radar identified. Climb flight level 220, turn left heading 220, vectors to Bremen, then on course.
Climb flight level 220, turn left heading 220 vectors to Bremen, then on course F369er. Okay, everything's looking good. We're climbing. Frequencies, where are you guys at?
Fokker 369, direct to Bremen, then as filed, please.
All right, that's fine. That's where we're going. Get this up to 22,000. This might not be a good system to use. Let me see here. Utilities. They usually have a section where you can enter can't do anything there. Oh, wait a minute. Ah, there we go. Okay, so we have 117.45. Hey, that's cool. I like that. All right, let's do navigation now. Oh, I hope this doesn't mess up. I think it is. Well. No, okay, it's lining up properly. Okay, good. I am so sick of this Aerosoft 346 or whatever getting in the way of everything. Live weather is on. See something here real quick. Let me turn some of this stuff back on. Do what I used to do back in the day where I would turn off photogrammetry until we got up in the air. We're gonna do that tonight again. That's part of the reason why I was having some frame rate issues the other day at Los Angeles. Very small part of it, though. All right, now we got live weather on. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's take a look at some things here. All right, we need to standardize our pressures. Let's turn off all of our landing lights.
Dear guests, the use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly, so try not to complain too much about it. Just sit tight and let us get through this flight together. And remember, if you have any issues, just keep them to yourself. We have a captain who might be a bit tipsy, so let's keep it smooth for him too.
Alright, let me get SayIntentions up and get the correct guy. Alright, why don't we see any info here? Let me go to SayIntentions website real quick. Hopefully that doesn't mess with our frame rates too much. Settings, intercom. Oh, he's grumpy. Okay.
Fokker 369er, contact Bremen radar on 136.675.
Here, I'll switch to Duncan MacLeod. Should we do, yeah, we'll do that. We'll leave him there. All right, let me contact whoever I need to right now. Contact Bremen radar on 136.675 F369er. Bremen radar, F369er, currently climbing through 3,000 feet for flight level 220.
Fokker 3369, Bremen radar identified. Hello.
40. Okay, so that's our next after there, and when we leave Bremen, we're going to be on a 272 radial. I gotta say, the new maps on Navigraph are killer. I really like the VOR one for Europe. That thing is boss. I like that one. That's a good one. Let's see if we can pull it up here. Let's see. I wonder if they'll have it. It's some sort of like new name I've never heard of before. Yeah, this looks like it could be it. Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, they have such a awesome VFR map now in Europe. Look at this. This thing is awesome. We're going to stick with the regular map. I don't know how they would tell the wind on in this airplane. I wonder if there's a wind direction indicator. That'd be interesting.
Level 250. Cleared for the Null-Go 3 Papa arrival into Hamburg, Air Baltic 38 November. Bremen radar, Air Baltic 38 November, flight level 370.
Air Baltic 38 November, radar contact.
There we go. heading is 233, but the track is okay. So we must have wind pushing on our port side. No, wind pushing on our starboard side. We are almost at our cruising altitude. Okay, altitude hold. We are on our way.
Dear guests, we are now cruising at a comfortable altitude. The cabin crew will begin the snack and beverage service shortly. We have some delightful options for you, including a free whiskey tasting
Here we go,
from a random
headwind.
Scottish brand and, of course, our famous haggis. After the service, selected items from the Santa Cruz Airways shop will also be available for your enjoyment. Thank you for flying with us.
It's a shame we don't have any DME equipment that actually like picks up that frequency that we're on. Tis a shame. All right, I got to get up, I think, for a minute. Let's see here. I'll wait until we turn. All right, so from Bremen to Groningen, it says 274 here. I got 272, leaving on the 272 radial. And then we have 75 miles there. That's actually, we have two stretches in the 70s. One's 72 miles and one's about 76. What a great little airplane. It's a shame we're only going 180 knots. I got this thing maxed out. Well, fine, unlocked. I wonder what that switch does. Let's see here. Maybe I'll leave the words on for a while. Ignition switch? I didn't know we had an ignition switch. They never say anything about that. Interesting. All right, we got 3 miles. Let's go into heading mode. And then once we get, what are we going, about 180? So that's probably pretty close to maybe 180 to 200 knots on the ground. Okay, let's turn 272. Let's program that in here. Oh, you know, we're going to have to fly a back course for a while, actually. That's all right. We'll leave it as a back course. We'll just fly in heading mode for a while. That's looking good. I don't think it's going to pick up our station yet. It might. Sure did. Let's go into nav mode. That's cool.
Swiss 193 Tango, radar contact.
And let me program in EEL. That's I'm sorry, DLAN, that's 12220. Chad, can you handle the comms for a few minutes, please?
Yo, Greg, I got the comms, bro.
Okay, that's our next one. I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. I gotta pause the game for a second, otherwise when I scoop myself in, since I'm still an obese fat pig, I will probably knock out... Oh, is our landing gear still down? No shit. Since I'm an obese fat pig still, I would probably knock us out of autopilot or crash us, so... Let me clip this to my shorts. There's no way the gear is still down. That's false advertising right there. I don't believe it. I will refuse to believe it. Our gear is not down. I said it is not down. Wow, we are still only running 24 frames a second up here. That is amazing. This must be a really heavy, intensive airplane if we're only running at frames per second. Do I have auto FPS on? I think I do. I know you guys don't know. I'm kind of talking to myself right now. Oh no. Is GPU-Z is not running, is it? Oh, that... Oh no, GPU-Z is running. I wonder if it's me running the music in the background. I wonder if Windows is the killer. Let me turn off the music. Okay, that didn't really help. And I got it set to my settings that they recommended. You know, I do have it on a 30 frames per second cap. All right, that's okay. As long as it's 28, 30 frames, I'll be okay. Wonder if I move this to 60 right now, if that would fuck things up. Let me try moving this to 60 and seeing what happens. Oh, you know, I don't have my my banner on. My Bruce banner. Where's it at? All right, I'll leave that set for 60. Let me get some other music put on. I got music stored here. Let's see here. Music, videos, content. Got cyberpunk, music for flying. Let's put that over. Let's put that on. Oh, that is loud. Okay, let me adjust volume here, open volume mixer. And that is on cable B, so let's move this to cable B. All right, we're running pretty good. We still can't get a reading on here. I wonder if I put it in nav2, if that'll... Now, let me turn the words off. I wonder if I put that on nav2, if that'll trigger the DME to work. Let's program it in. Let's program in 112.4 up top. Oh, that's why we didn't program it in here. That's right. I forgot about that last time. So we have 112.4. Then I can stop using the map. There we are. Perfect. Now we can get rid of this map here. I wonder if I can pull up charts on here. That would be dope as hell if I could pull up charts. No. Okay, no charts. We got wind coming in from the northwest, 13 knots. Hello, is this thing on? Can everybody hear me? IRS, if you can hear me, IRS, I want my refund. Y'all have been holding on to that thing for so long, man. I want it. I want my refund. I want it now. It's my money, and I need to call JG Wentworth. It's my money, and I need it now. Call JG Wentworth, 877 cash now. I used to have a friend that worked for JG Wentworth. It seemed like a pretty good job. I've never thought about working for that company before, but... All right, let's see which runways are being used right now. Let me, oh, you know what? Let me see if the tablet will do it. Let me actually landscape this. Probably be easier to see SayIntentions. No, maybe not. I don't know how to change this icon up here by the clock. I've been trying to figure that out for a while now. Okay, yeah, that's not going to work. Let me switch this back over. What am I looking for here? I knew there was something I was just getting ready to look for. It had to do with what we were just looking at. I forgot about it that quickly. Boy, that is bad when stuff moves from your mind that quickly. Oh yeah, SayIntentions, that's right. Let me get the airport connected here. So EHAM. So they have a lot of runways open. So runway 36 right is open for business. All right, let's take a look at runway 36 right and see what kind of approaches they have. That was weird, man. That straw moved all by itself. It's weird. There's some weird stuff going on in the house, man. Just ghost inside the cup. All right, and we are coming in from River, I think, towards Para. And we're coming in from RTM, so it's none of those. All right, Scott lights, touchdown zone, minus 11 feet. Ground is, so minus 2,000. Oh no, that's not what that means. Okay. 11195. That is what that negative 11 means. Okay. What is minus 11? $440 feet, 430 feet. So we need to be at 2,000 feet for the initial fix. right, sounds good to me. I hope they don't try to put us on an arrival, because I really just want to fly VOR to VOR. We may turn off SayIntentions if they try to vector us like onto an arrival. Let me take the comms back from good old Chad.
Fokker 369, contact Amsterdam radar on 118.805.
Contact Amsterdam radar on 118.805 F369er.
Watching to Amsterdam radar on 118.805. Fokker 369.
I turned Chad off, but he still wanted to talk, I guess.
Amsterdam radar, Fokker 369. Good morning, maintaining flight level 220.
Fokker 3369 Amsterdam radar identified. Hello.
All right, we only got 15 minutes. Sorry, 15 miles. Roughly 4 minutes. So let's get set up for the next one. So that's going to be going down on a 200 radial. So 112.2. So when we get about 10 miles in, we'll switch it. We'll switch it to heading mode. So wind direction, headwind. Okay. Track is 272, heading is 276. Okay. All right, let's go into heading mode. And let's switch this to 200. Okay, there we go there. We're going to be turning in about 2 miles, 3 miles. Right when we get to about 2 miles out, we'll turn. We probably could really turn at 1.8 miles, but we'll turn at 2. I think that's what that message is getting ready to tell us up top there as well on our nav system here. Yeah, set course for 202. Well, we're doing 200, bitch. That's what we're doing. I might turn live weather off on the approach so we can get a good look at the the terrain and all that as we're descending. All right, let's turn towards a 200. Let's switch our frequencies over and see if we can pick this one up now. Let's plug that into our nav up here. Okay, we're still a little far away to fetch it. And it's a little far away for us to capture there, so let's switch this back up. And we will use this as a back course. We'll use this as a back course to line up properly until our DME shows there. That is 70 some miles out, so, and it might not show at all. It might be one of those stations where it just doesn't give you info. All right, let's try to get lined up with the back course. I probably could click on back course and it would work. Huh, I wonder if that line is supposed to be our route. That would be very interesting if that's it. I think that is it, actually. All right, let me get lined up a little better, and then I want to see if I can do this back course, if that'll work. That's very interesting to me if that works. You can see how exciting my life is when a back course interests me. Yeah, that is our route right here. That is cool. Very nice. All right, let's try back course to see what happens. I think it'll do what I think it's going to do. But I don't know, that's a really big turn. It looks like it's setting up for. Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm good with that. Let's not do that. Let's go back into heading mode. All right, let's see if our radar shows up yet. Not yet. Radar altitude. I think 440, 450 feet was the decision altitude. All right, fuel's looking okay. All right, now this station we're flying to, that it might not have a distance measuring equipment. Might be why it's not showing up yet. Or maybe it only puts out a signal, maybe it doesn't put a signal out past 50 miles, which could be. We should be lining back up again with our route here any moment. Such a good little plane, man. I'm so happy I got this thing. I can't remember the last time I flew the same airplane twice in 1 week. Like this. Yeah, that's great. Do the old man bop. Oh, I don't have my glasses on tonight. No wonder it's so bright. Completely forgot about my glasses. Now I feel like an actual pilot. All right, there's our route. And we have a wind from the northwest. Wow, 27 knots. So that wind is really trying to push us off course here. All right, is this showing up yet? What is knots? All right, we'll just continue to fly this back course in heading mode. That's 220. Oh, it looks like we might have a storm coming in here. Let's see here, radar. Well, maybe, I don't know. I don't see any. No, looks like all the rain is below us. No, I stand correct. It looked like there could be a little bit in front of us here. Sure would be nice if we could click on these options here. Microsoft. Sure would be nice. Oh, we're starting to get distance now. Let's see if this shows up now. No, it does not. All right, but we have our distance at least, so that's okay. We'll just continue to fly our back course as long as we can. Yeah, 122.2, that is correct. One thing that would be nice if you could click on this map and it gives you frequencies and stuff. That would be nice. Let's say maybe one day when you update things. I was hoping the A340 would have been updated by now, the A346, but Not yet.
Fokker 369er, descend via Norku 2 Alpha to flight level 100 into Schiphol, QNH 1009er.
See, that's my problem. I'm gonna turn off SayIntentions right there. Oh, you know, maybe I can just resume my own navigation. Let me see here. Let me see here. We'd like to continue on our planned course without a star arrival. Can we just cancel IFR clearance? F369er?
Stand by, you're number 1.
Number 1 for what? These are some
Fokker
funky.
369er, IFR cancellation received. Maintain VFR and proceed on course. Radar services terminated. Squawk 7000.
Squawk 7000 F369er. Okay. Yeah, what kind of map? What are these? I mean, I know what SIDS are, by the way. I'm just saying, like, why doesn't it have our actual approaches here? Yeah, that is very interesting.
Fokker 369er, negative identified. Please verify your squawking 6443 and your transponder is set to mode C.
Didn't you just say to do... Oh, here we go. Didn't you just say to do 7,000?
Fokker 369er, identified. 5 miles north of Cluj Airport at flight level 220, QNH 1010, cleared direct DLN.
Oh, look, it's got like everything here at one time. That is interesting. I have never seen a chart like this before. This must be a Lido chart. Oh wow, it's brand new. Wow, look at that. This has like every runway. Okay. ILS 36 right. Here, this is the one I want right here. I think that's what we're still going to be landing on tonight. The way I initially looked at it, we were going to come in this way and go up, make a procedure turn, and then turn around. That's at least what I was planning on. All right, we are gonna turn off SayIntentions and resume our own navigation. All right, SayIntentions is off. I'm gonna start descending. I wanna get down to about 5,000 feet. Maybe 4,000 feet. I wanna start looking at the ground. Set to 5,000 right now. That's interesting, descent height. Decision height. Let me just type in 36 right here and save this. Okay, yeah, that's okay. All right, let's start descending. Turn the autopilot off real quick. Let's turn on a 262. I might be mistaken, but I think I just heard people screaming. Very strange that the that wasn't working properly. Very suspect. we're good now. Let's plug in RTM. RTM is 110.40. Okay, 44 miles. And we need to be on a heading of 262. Why are we not? Oh, this fucking thing, man. See, the altitude button is trying to connect. I don't want it to connect. All right, let me just deactivate autopilot again. We'll just fly manually for a little bit. Plug in 262. Okay. Windows are icing up. Still flying by hand. All right, looks like that took care of the ice. Now it's working. Wonder why that wasn't working before. When I was, so this button here, this is how you descend. And that's just how you go up. Use this. When I was clicking on it before, it was not deactivating altitude like it should have. Very strange. things on. Below 10 Celsius to 6 Celsius. See where it might have the temperature. We'll get down to like 3,000 feet, something like that. All right, it's currently -5 outside. That's good, that's on. Where is the outside air temperature? Is it over here? That's suction, PSI, rate, cabin pressure. I know sometimes they put these things on like the windows. There's amps. Unless it just doesn't work on this airplane, which could be. That would make sense for iniBuilds. Yeah, very weird. I'll have to like really do some digging in this thing and try to find out where temperature is. Very weird. Unless I missed it right here in the center. It would make sense if it's in the center somewhere, so the pilot can see it. Nobody cares about the co-pilot. It's all about the pilot seeing it, really. That's all batteries, voltage, ampage. Very weird. Can't find temperature anywhere. Fuel is doing okay. Clock, there's airspeed. Brakes, pressure. Hey, this is crazy. I don't see the temperature anywhere. Maybe there is no temperature gauge anywhere. Which is crazy. I've never heard, unless it's all done on the tablet, but that wouldn't have been like that in real life. Oh well, fuck it. Man, they did a beautiful job over here. We need to do some helicopter trips over here. Beautiful. Let's get down to like 2,000 feet. We'll do like a little bush trip kind of thing. Maybe we'll fly around here for a few minutes before we land. Yeah, at first I thought one of these was the temperature. So weird, man. Unless it's like right in front of my face and I just completely missed it. Which could happen. I mean, I've done that kind of thing before where like something's been right in front of my face and I just can't see it. Sometimes they hide them in like these little corners over here, but oh, windshield's heating, warming, icing up. Let's put this back on again. All right, let me go into heading mode. Yeah, let's go over here and take a look at this city. Very cool. All right, EHAM is 113.95. Oh yeah, let's go over there for a minute and check out that Erasmus Bridge. All right, let's put in 113.95. That's good enough. We can click on altitude now. Don't you fuck up. All right, there we go. Man, look at all that stuff down there. That is cool, man. We got a crane. Big old crane over there. They did such a good job over here, man. Really did. It's worth the price of free, that's for sure. Free is great. Nectar of the gods. This is the town of Rotterdam. Very cool. All right, let's start turning towards where we need to go. And that's going to be, I put us on the 18 radial, so let's try to get that set up here. This thing I do not like at all. This thing here. Such a cumbersome fucker to play with here. Like, it'd be nice if you could just hold it and drag it. All right, let's start making our turn. Pressure is 1011. More precisely, it's 2985. Let's head on to 30. Man, that looks so good, doesn't it? That is cool, man. I choose to believe that that's what it would look like in real life. I choose it. Me, I choose. I think that looks great. All right, so 36 right. Where the fuck is 36 right? Oh, okay, I see the 36 right is. Okay. So we have 11195. Good to me. All right, we have 11195. You know, maybe, oh, I can't call ATIS because I don't have it connected. No worries. All right, let's do 11195 up here. See what it says our temperature is, 4 degrees. All right, I think we're okay to turn off a lot of the heating here. All right, we'll see if the windows start icing up again. Pijnacker. All right, descent altitude. Let's see here. We have 100. Radio altitude is 102. right, close enough. We got about 20 miles to the airport. Yeah, let's actually go out to the coast and then come in that way. And then we'll swing around Amsterdam and fly on in. We should have enough fuel. That was so weird during descent. I could have sworn I heard people screaming. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to part of that, because if that's the case, I need to turn that up. That would have been flight, what is it called? FS Realistic Pro? Yeah, that would have been that. That's pretty funny if that would have been the thing. All right, 108.4, let's try that frequency instead. Okay. Oh, that's okay, that's another ILS. Interesting. It must be really pretty to live out here. That is, of course, not unless a bunch of third world migrants came in and just ruined everything like they are doing everywhere else. They are killing countries, man. They are killing the UK. Scotland's trying to put up a fight. That's good. Should fight them, man. If you can't assimilate, get out of the country. Like, people need to respect the rules of countries. If you're leaving your country because it's such a shithole, don't turn the country you're moving to into another shithole. It's the same thing like Democrats do when they move to a red city. They'll turn everything blue. And then the city they move to becomes just as shitty as the city they left. This looks so cool, doesn't it? The Hague. Hey, let's look at the Hague. I've always heard about the Hague. I don't even know what it is. Hey Siri, what is the Hague in the Netherlands? Oh, capital city. Okay. I don't even think I have the graphics up all the way. I think they're on medium right now, actually, if I remember correct. All right, we'll go past the Hague, and then we'll turn around and start heading towards the airport. Dude, this is dope as hell, man. Look at this. This looks great. All right, let's swing over to the coast. Follow the coastline up and around. airport should be right over here, I believe. Somewhere over in that vicinity. Oh, a soccer ball. That's cool. Or a golf ball, I can't tell. That's cool. That's the world's largest hailstone. Still frozen after all these years. Guinness World Record of hailstones. Oh, the Valkenburg Navy. Sweet. Alright, let's just follow the coast up for a while. We are maybe 20 miles away from the airport, maybe. All these golf courses, that's what I'm talking about. Screw building houses, let's just build all the golf courses we can. At least it's safe from those bird-killing wind turbines. What's up, plane? Hey, hi, buddy. Safe landings. Valkenburg Navy. Fuel is still doing okay. We got about 1,000 kilograms left. We shouldn't need that much. All right, landing lights on. I'm gonna play with this one day with the lights off and see exactly. I see a little bit of light, but it doesn't look like really anything brightens this up though. Like the whole center section here. Even when the other night when I was playing with it, I just didn't see it, unless it just lights up from these white lights here. Oh, can we open this up? Oh. Nordjewik out. Alright, we are only really probably about 10 miles out from the airport, I would think. We should start to see it come into view here coming up. Damn, I was trying to see this thing out on the window here, but I can't. It looked like a pretty cool building, but I just couldn't get the right seat. Yeah, I was looking at like this clock tower thing here. I'll come back here. Maybe next time I fly, we'll take a helicopter and just fuck around for a little bit. I really want to look at some of these things up close. Maybe I'll put everything on ultra, and with a helicopter, it should be fine. Just like a base helicopter or one of those not hover machines, but the helicopter crossbreed between that and the helicopter and a regular plane. It's the one that's got like the 4 engines and it tilts down and you can like, you know, fly around the ground pretty closely. Oh, glider field. That is cool. I think gliding would be really cool. Have an airplane take you up in the air a few thousand feet and then drop you off. I think that would be pretty cool. All right, so we are going to be pulling up on Amsterdam proper pretty quick. We're getting ready to pull up to Haarlem, H-A-A-R-L-E-M. Probably showing here, actually. Let's see here. Or is it all in European? Yeah, there's Haarlem. Boy, this looks like a swampy area. It's like the what was it? The Swamp of Sadness from the Never-Ending Story, or what was the swamp in Lord of the Rings? I think my favorite swamp was the one from Labyrinth. He's like, smell bad. It was like the farting swamp where everything was farting. That monster was like, ah, smell bad. Ah. Smell bad. All right, after we check out this little city, we're gonna start heading over towards Haarlem and then Amsterdam proper, and then start pulling up for our approach. Oh, there's Haarlem. There's the airport, I believe, right there. I think what I'll do is, what is it? It's 10:30 now. So if I land in like the next 20 minutes, yeah, I think tomorrow night I'll come back and reconstruct this flight on Sky Dolly and capture some shots possibly. I don't know, maybe. I could always just take a few minutes and just do the landing and the takeoff like I usually do. I don't think that takes too long. All right, let's turn a little bit. Haarlemmermeer, Swaneburg. Okay, y'all say so. Pressure changed a little bit. We'll adjust that when we come in for landing. I agree, Belout, or Belout, however you pronounce your name. You flew it, did you fly the Fokker in real life? Dude, that's dope as hell if you flew it in real life. Yeah, this is my second time flying this plane. I really like this plane. This is well worth 20 bucks, I think. Absolutely. I've flown a lot of planes that are not worth 20 bucks. That's for sure. This one's pretty good for 20 bucks, I gotta say. Bill out. I got you, man. That's cool. Only thing I couldn't find on the inside of this airplane was a temperature gauge to show the outside temperature. I mean, it shows on the navigation system, but I did not see an analog gauge anywhere in this plane. Everything else I could find, suction, amp meters. All right, let's check out this little tower coming up, and then we'll swing around and come in for our landing. I canceled SayIntentions during descent because they were trying to take me on an arrival, and I did not want to follow it. I canceled IFR clearance. They told me to switch to frequency 7000. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't remember seeing one either. Yeah, I switched to frequency 7000, and then they yelled at me for switching to 7000 and told me to switch back to the regular frequency, and then tried to get me to continue. Hey, look, smoke. That's cool. That's a nice little effect. So I just canceled SayIntentions on the way down. Yeah, we are going to come back in a few days and do some helicopter flying around these cities and get kind of close and check shit out. They did a lot of work over here. Yeah, but like, I don't see, I mean, like, usually a temperature gauge is either like in one of the corners in these kind of planes, or sometimes it's like on the window. I did not see it anywhere. Those are all amp meters up there. Pressure. Nothing here in the center. And then nothing down here either. This is all engines, oil, fuel. I thought it might have been over here with some of these controls, but not over here either. Very weird. Thankfully, the system here, I can pull up the METAR data here, so at least I have it here. All right, let's fix our altimeter. It should be 2988 right now. All right, let's start turning around towards the airport and start coming in for this landing here. I really thought that airplane should have said NLM, not KLM. I could have sworn back when this thing was flying. Well, I'm doing ILS landing. I want to see how this thing does in approach mode. I usually take manual control around 1,500 feet or 1,000 feet, and then come in for a regular landing. But now we're going to try approach mode in this thing. Yeah, see, like, there's huge buildings over here. Like, that structure's got a hole in it. You've done a few. That's cool. A few ILS landings. Yeah, this is, like I said, only my second time really flying this plane. The other night, I was having some issues with my computer, with some frames issues. But this new NVIDIA update that I did today, this NVIDIA update that came out yesterday, this seems to be doing pretty good. So far, so good. We got auto FPS tuned properly again. All right, so we are pretty much running parallel right now to our runway. Should be out here somewhere. We're going to go out to AM 636 and then turn around. I think, let me look at all the... Well, we could go out to car off. See how far out that is. Let me actually look at ATIS real quick and see if this is still... These are still the runways here. Airport info. Okay, no TAM. Okay, weather. ATIS. No ATIS! Of course not. Alright, well let me look at... Yeah, 36 right is still being used, it looks like. Okay, so we'll keep 36 right. So essentially we have to go down again to pretty much equal Rottenburg. Not Rottingburg, what's it called? Rottingham? Rotterdam, that's it. We may switch earlier and turn back around if... Okay, so our glide slope is still below us. Yeah, I descended way early in this flight so I could check out the ground. When I flew this plane the other day, I flew it at like 5,000 feet the whole time, but yeah, it looks a lot better tonight, that's for sure. Now, we are almost maybe about 5 miles out from the airport. That says 10, that's not correct. I don't think it's going to give us DME info. Let's see here, 11195. I doubt it will do that. Oh no, it will. Okay, very good. So 7 miles out. We'll go out like, well, we probably could go out now, actually. Let's wait for 11 miles and then we'll turn around. And then we'll plug it into approach mode. Now I could start heading southwest though in the meantime. Start getting ready, since the glide slope is way above us now. That all looks good. Seatbelts are on. Okay. Landing gear, flaps, and then around 80 to 100 knots on final. Okay. All right, once we get past this little body of water here, we should be able to turn around and line up. From what it looks like here with Navigraph. Midget! That's the city I should live in. I've been short as fuck my whole life, man. It's rough being a short dude, especially being overweight. Get a lot of looks, that's for sure. That's part of the reason I've been losing weight. Oh, is it right here? Did I miss it the whole fucking time? Here's the air. I told you. God, I said it like a half an hour ago. I said, watch, it's probably right in front of my face. It's right in front of my face the whole time. Here's the fucking thing. Right here. There's our outside air temperature. Damn. I'm so dumb sometimes. It's like it's sitting right there. Right in the center. It's like a clock. It's like when you buy an Infinity and it had that clock right in the center. All right, let's start turning back around. Landing lights are already on. Not that it matters really. All right, and let's see here. We have. All right, let's activate approach mode. And let's see if it'll capture this. Yep. Localizer's captured. Landing gear, flaps need to be no higher. Okay, very good. All right, 9 miles out. Landing gear down. Flaps 1. Actually, I kind of think it would be dope coming in for like a either early morning or evening. Let me set this for let's do like evening time. Hopefully that didn't screw us up too bad. Sometimes changing, you know, I don't remember that ever doing that in Flight Simulator 2020. I don't remember when you change the time that it like adjusts the whole flight like that. You see how it like bounces around? I understand when you're changing weather, but all right, glide slope is captured. So you know what, let me turn off photogrammetry. Hang on 1 second. So I can try to have a smoother landing. I hate having to do this. It's only been recently, since like the last like update. Now I don't know if it's a beta thing or... Wait, what am I looking for here again? Oh yeah, photogrammetry. Online. Yeah, I didn't really have to... It's not very... Actually, it's only in a few kind of airplanes that I have to do this with. Usually the airplanes that have really heavy kind of pull on the CPU, but right now I just want to try to maximize frame rate as much as I can. All right, there's our runway right. I'm pointing like you guys can see it. It should be right here. Let's see if it lines up for us. Looks like it is. All right, let's take over manual control. Yeah. Yeah. Power landing. That would be cool, dude. Maybe somebody will make a mod for it, put it on flightsim.to or something like that. some unauthorized thing that'll break the airplane. Like putting, I don't know, have each engine put out the power of like an F-18 Hornet or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. But we are doing a bad job lining up, that's for sure. Might have to do a go around. Hopefully we don't have to, but we might have to. Yeah, me too. I didn't have a bad feeling until just a second ago. I think we'll be okay though. A little steep, but we might be okay. Well, not center line like we like it, but I'll take it. Thank you. Yeah, not center line like I like it, but anything under minus 300, I'll take. Okay. So let me grab a couple of screenshots. Let me end Sky Dolly. Let me bring up display banner. Let's see here. Let's get rid of the banner. Get rid of SayIntentions, FSR, display capture, Sky Dolly. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, let me continue to play here. There we go. All right, let's rewind this for the landing. Play. And let's see here. Yeah, I'm not too proud to do a go around. I think if I wouldn't have been able to save that, I definitely would have done a go around. That's for sure. I did one last night going into Catalina. All right, let's leave this here so we can see the gear come down. Gear should be coming down any minute here. There we go. All right, let me rewind this a little bit. Yes, yeah, you are right about that. That's the same thing if you're flying the de Havilland Dash 8 Q400. That's the same thing too. If you move the propellers back too much, it's actually like putting reversers on. You can hear it in this airplane actually when you're taxiing. If you reduce the throttle too much, you can actually hear the sound of the reversers coming on. Pretty cool. Yeah, I noticed that just now when I was landing. When I pulled the throttle back a little too much, like we were like sinking. I'm thinking this airplane is probably like the Dash 8, where you really just need to leave the power lever set at a certain Yeah, I agree. The sounds are great. That's one thing iniBuilds always does well. iniBuilds always makes airplanes with really good sound. All right, I don't want to fast forward this again. There we go. All right, we got that. Let's, let me see here. How do I want to do this? All right, let's grab one from outside. So I take my live streams and I chop them up into like 20-minute videos. So I usually capture certain angles like landing and things like that. All right, let's get pretty close to the landing. And then we'll do one in the window seat. All right, that's pretty good right here, I guess. Yeah, we'll leave it like this. One thing I didn't do on the approach that I should have did, I should have looked at the wind direction. I think if I would have looked at the wind direction and remembered to do it, we probably would have been lined up better. That's one thing I usually forget to do. In these kind of airplanes, I usually forget to look at the wind direction. Damn it. One of these days I'll remember everything there is to know about flying and I won't fuck up. So we're gonna grab a couple of landing shots, a couple of takeoff shots, and then we're gonna call it a night. And tomorrow night I can work on this flight, the Comanche flight we did last night, combine them into one video. I can't wait to fly this airplane again. One thing I'm a little disappointed with iniBuilds is that there's not liveries for American airplanes. When I was looking up the F27 the other day when I was doing some research on it, it showed that there was a lot of these that flew in America, and I'm sure there's liveries on FlightSim, .to, but it would have been nice if iniBuilds put one out there instead of DHL. They could have done like an old American Airlines or whoever flew it, Continental, Eastern, Piedmont, Pan Am, whoever the hell flew this airplane in America. But I'm not really complaining. Yeah. Hey, the landing gets better and better. Okay. Let's grab a window seat. All right, let's grab a window seat. Let's see here. Oops. We will do, I guess we'll do this one here. All right, let's rewind a little bit. Let's go back like 2 minutes. Go. We'll just sit back here and watch this landing here like this, and then we'll do a couple of takeoff shots, and then we'll be all good. Yeah, it's a shame with this airplane I had to turn off photogrammetry on the landing. That's a trick I used to do in Microsoft 2020 when I was playing on my Series X on Xbox. Whenever I was at like a really busy airport or heavy data area like this is now, I would turn off photogrammetry until we got up in the air. And then as soon as we got up in the air, it seemed like everything was fine. I could turn on photogrammetry again and everything was good with performance. I don't know if it's the SU beta that we're running or if it's just that this airplane and the iFly are super heavy in performance. But like the Comanche last night, that was fine, man. That was like 60 frames a second the whole flight, 80 frames a second. This airplane, I can barely get to 30. Yeah. Yeah, I'll share it here in a moment. Yeah, it should all show on GPU-Z. Yeah, I bought this computer last year on Amazon. It was just under $2,000. Okay, let me pause this real quick and I'll pull up. Let's see here, GPU-Z. Right, so we got NVIDIA GeForce RTX 470. I know I have 64 gigabytes of RAM, 12 gigs on the GPU, and I'm running Windows. What did it say from NVIDIA? Hang on, let me pull up NVIDIA real quick. Yeah, i7 14700F, 2 terabytes of storage, 64 gigs of RAM, 4070. So it's a decent system. I think for what I paid, like $1,500 or $1,800 for it, somewhere in that area. I think it's great for me. Oh, I agree. I usually do have better performance. Yeah, it's just it is a nice system. Yeah, it's Lenovo. I spent a long time last year looking at different stores, you know, Micro Center, Best Buy. You know, I finally found this on Amazon for a really good price. I was like, you know what, I'll just get it. I was tired of playing on Xbox. Yeah, usually the performance is pretty good. All right, let's sit here on takeoff and we'll watch the wheels go up. Yeah, like I said, I keep a stat bar up on my top of my screen the whole time, and 90% of the flights, no matter what I fly, I'm getting really good performance on this computer. I worked with three different AI systems. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Was yesterday Tuesday? Monday. I sat for like 3 hours when I got home Monday and sat with ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, and Grok. And I thought I figured out what to do with auto FPS, and it worked really well last night. This must just be a really data-heavy airplane. I don't know. Or it could be these airplanes are not optimized for the beta. Maybe if I was running the regular version of 2024, maybe it would be all right. Huh, HWin. I've never tried that before. I'll have to take a look at that. HW Info 64. I'll check it out. Yeah, I thought it would be light. It's an iniBuilds airplane. Like any iniBuilds airplane I've flown, I've never had really like performance issues. That's like this right here. Like it shouldn't be doing that. Memory's leaking from somewhere. When I put this thing in developer mode the other day and was looking at it, it was definitely leaking. I don't know. The one thing I do say often when I'm doing these kind of things is the fact that this is stuttering like this. It actually makes for a pretty cool effect when you put music to it. It actually makes it look like I put time into doing effects. Like when I'm editing, having it start and stop like that, now I can just add something to zoom in and out, and it makes it look like it did all this editing work, and it's just how it is. All right, let's grab one from the outside, and then we'll call it a night. Hopefully the wheels will have a chance to come down before we take off. That's not a good landing right there. HW info. Yeah, I'm on the beta 5, which could be part of the problem. But the beta, to be honest, the beta was running great for a while. It's really been like the last few days that it's been a problem. Up until the last like 3 or 4 days, the beta was always running great. I mean, I was getting like 60, 80 frames, 100 frames a second, running everything on pretty much ultra. And I was using the auto FPS test version, which I've now switched that to the regular version, which, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more digging. Thankfully, I'm not gonna be streaming again for a few days. I'll have some time to like look into this and check it out. Because yeah, I'm not gonna continue to play with 15 frames a second, 20 frames a second. That is not gonna happen. I've never done that. Since I've had a computer, I haven't done it. That would be a first. All right, I am getting out of here for the night. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow. But yeah, man, it was nice. It was nice chatting with you, Bullet or Bull Out. I forget what you said. How did you say your name again? Bill Out. That's it. Bill Out. Got you. All right, let me stop this so we don't lose the recording. Yeah, man, appreciate it. Hope to catch up with you again soon. Let's see here. Let me do this. Let's shut off the music. Let's shut off the simulator music. Very good. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, whoever tuned in tonight, and I will catch you in a few days on the next episode of the Airplane Show. Keep an eye out on the channel. In the next couple of days, we're gonna have some highlight videos coming up, some shorts from the last couple of flights, and yeah, man. Hope you all have a good Thursday, and I will see y'all soon, my friends. Happy flying. See you.